More than 2 weeks after the U.S. mission in Benghazi was struck and 4 Americans, including the ambassador, were killed, top intelligence officials have acknowledged their view of the attack has changed. Falling in line with other Obama administration statements this week, the Director of National Intelligence said new information indicated it was a, quote, deliberate and organized terrorist attack carried out by extremists. That assessment contrasts with earlier administration accounts that laid the blame on protests against an inflammatory anti-Muslim video on the internet.
What happened in Benghazi was, in fact, initially a spontaneous reaction to what had just transpired hours before in Cairo.
The intelligence agency's statement offered a tacit defense of the administration against Republican accusations of incompetence or worse. The Republican chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee is demanding that Rice resign for what he calls misinforming the public. Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney was more measured in his criticism.
There was a great deal of confusion about that from the very beginning on the part of the administration, and whether that was something they were trying to paper over, or whether it was instead just confusion given uncertain intelligence reports, time will tell.
Democrats are also asking the administration to provide more details, but they reject attempts to inject the issue into the presidential campaign.
The Republicans are working overtime to try to exploit a very normal, run-of-the-course administrative letter that we agreed to on a bipartisan basis in our committee, simply to get some additional questions put in front of the State Department.
In its statement, the intelligence agencies say they can't establish whether any group or persons commissioned or directed the attack. Though Secretary of State Hillary Clinton thanked Libya's president this week for a commitment to find and prosecute the attackers, the FBI says its investigators have yet to reach Benghazi. Officials say the security situation there is still unstable and they are unwilling to put the agents in harm's way. So there's no indication how long the search for those behind the attack will take. Tom Ackerman, Al Jazeera, Washington.